Arr, shiver me timbers, it's me, Piroteus, the old matey mate. Arr, we'll be going off to find the
Port
legend
today,
of
sea
that
tomorrow.
cow. Yes, it's a nice sea, and we will go and find his booty, for it is my duty to loot that booty. And once again, I'm really sorry for 2 episodes post this little but Piroteus bit because I did not know that this voice would be so hard on the game cap. So the audio was pretty much messed up for a whole half, 2/3 of an episode. And I'm really sorry that I did that, and I'm swearing I'm never gonna do that again. Unless I feel like. Probably a side effect of the Well of Souls. You know, you travel from one place to the other, and suddenly a used car salesman just gets into your head, and the pressures of the final fight really wore me down, and my mental, well, barricades against the onslaught of this used salesman pretty much just battered them down.
See tomorrow.
Aye, who's gonna tell me a detailed tale? Hey, dead man's tell no tale? But you look like a living one. I give you a bottle of rum and you tell me your tale, salty sea dog.
You must be here about the notice. How do I know? Simple. No one but potential applicants will even speak to me. Must be because I reek of desperation, of one sending young souls off to certain doom.
Aye, lad, that you do. You tried the deodorant? I heard rubbing yourself up with a lump of silver under your arm can do wonders for you, and the girls, well, they're still gonna slap you silly because it's not your smell, it's your face.
Well, once you hear the details, I'm sure you will lose interest. Everyone else does. We of the Alpha Merchant Navy wish to hire a representative to track and kill the notorious pirate Dead Kell and his crew of murderous hanged men.
Who is that cow and how can I join his fabulous crew?
They had many names for him during the Middle Kingdoms era. Ghost of the Frostbreak, the Blood Red Sail. Every captain and swab on the Frostbreak Sea feared for their lives when Kell raised his flag. Many widows were made in those days, my friend. Of course, that was centuries ago, before he was killed.
That Cal died? Oh, we have so much in common.
Oh, yes. The Alpha Navy put an end to Dead Kell generations ago. They tracked him to his island hideaway and turned his ship to tinder. There were no survivors. Now you understand our predicament.
Not really. The land is full of the undead, walking around, squawking about, licking with their rotten knees. Like, pretty much standing over in a flamenco dance club, it just So, what has he done? Well, he's a pirate and a murderer and a rapist, so pretty much everything. But I'll do it, because I'm not a sailor, and that's why I ain't scared. Also, the Tuatha War is pretty much over, so gotta do something.
You will? Truly? I must admit I did not anticipate this development. Here is your payment. It is made in good faith. Once you've made your preparations, report to Captain Rast Bratigan in the Keys. She will be your escort. Rast is a good and loyal companion and a competent sailor, despite what they say. May Lyria protect you, and may her breath ever be at your back. Good luck.
What is it they say about this salty wench?
She is the only captain willing to pursue Dead Kell into the mists of the Frostbreak Sea. Perhaps it is her courage, her skill, her determination. No, that's not it. Rast is a good woman, but unaware of her own faults, of which there are many. They don't call her the worst sailor alive for nothing.
'Tis something I can deal with. I'll see you
Trust
once I
Rast.
get his head on a spike. and his ship's
A
under
moment,
my
love. I'll be
boots.
right with you.
Let's go. So yeah, it's pretty much just a bit of wasting time until the Fate Swan come out, which should be pretty soon. I mean, it's what, 4th of April now, and one commenter, pretty much the only one I got, asked me to go Shadowcaster, which is Rogue and Lightnings, pretty much the finesse version of this build. So I was planning to be using this build, but I lack the materials. I shoved most of my lightning crafting materials into the warrior and mage getup, and now I'm out of plus lightning, and the largest charges are just too good. Can't pass them up.
Eh?
Hi, Milas! May you be Captain Brett again? Brett. Again. You know, I don't know what's worse, Brannigan or Bradigan, but I wouldn't trust you if your velour covered all your face.
Don't bother me. I'm waiting for a passenger, some suicidal idiot. Can't be caught chatting. I want to make a good impression.
Wanna try again?
Well, tie me up and drag me under. So you're the one the Navy's hooked into finding Gallows End and killing dead Kel. It's suicide! Really? Ask the others. Oh wait, you can't. But don't worry about them. Like my mother said, don't weep for the fallen, even if they could hear you. They wouldn't care.
Aye, it's because the glands. Once your body's gone, your feeling's gone. You may think you're angry, but it's just a ghost of an emotion. And what others? I heard there were many. Tell me where we're going.
It is the mysterious island fortress of dead Kel and his crew. Why? Do you know how to get there? Because I have no idea. I was hoping to figure it out as we go, but I'm starting to wonder if that's a good idea.
Well, pretty much there needs to be a middle ground. You're a brave fool with persuasion, so he doesn't take it as a "oh, you're a fool, lass. You driving with me on the open sea. Every time I try something goes horribly wrong."
Ah, but am I? Nothing in sailing is within our control. Not the weather, not the waves, not the ship. Like Mother said, most of the time trying is a bad idea. Tari and I are ready when you are.
Who's Tari?
He's the fine first mate on the ground next to me. Words aren't his strength, although I'd be pressed to say what is exactly. I found him after I was forced to maroon my last first mate on a desert island. That man became obsessed with me, probably because we had sex. A lot.
Oh, that's how you while away those. Well, if you open enough, it may keep up morale, but then after a while they start killing each other to take possession of you. Do I need anything?
Only what you want with you in case of an emergency. There aren't many merchants where we're headed.
Oh, worst thing that could happen is I run out of lockpicks. You know where you're going. It was just all in good fun. You're telling me you have not a clue?
Seeing as I don't believe in navigation, I'd have to say no. Not at the moment. Not to worry. Once you've wrecked enough ships, you get the hang of it.
Well, right, show me to your cabin.
If you're ready to depart, my vessel awaits. You'll find her both swift and seaworthy. Just don't go down into the hold. There's a leak down there. It's big. I'm predicting an uneventful voyage. We might even get bored. Off we go then. Trust no one, except me, of course.
Yeah, right. Due to a small telephone ring from my pa, who has to go away to a... Oh. Actually, I'm not sure what the English word for it is. Kind of like a health retreat. Well, that's gonna bug me. But I had to reload so I could, well, restop. And so I ended up back at the docks at Urathia, and I had the opportunity to talk to Terrace Hulkstick, who couldn't talk to me but gave me this piece of paper. Please show pity. My name is Terrace Hulkstick. I am mute. My tongue was taken by Dwergor slavers. If I am discovered wandering alone or unable to communicate my intentions, please escort me to Quays in Rathir. My master is Captain Rast Brannigan. She will know how best to cope with my shortcomings. Thank you, Harry Holstick. And with this, we go back to the shores of Gallows End.
Lo, hear the tale of the pirate king who cut a blood-red wake from dark Rathir to Frostspring Sea, and Dead Kell was his name. With hanged men crew and bow-white flag, he sailed from Gallows End. No solace for a sailor true when Dead Kell's ship came in.
Well, that doesn't look boring. I know. Suicidal. A new land, new shores. And a crab eating my crew. Get away. Oh, I switched to a greatsword. I forgot. What was the other one? Oh, wait, they're just sleeping. Oh, that's just crew. Some more crew. And the bane of my Luton existence, the useless shadow prison. Well, hello, Captain. What should we do now?
Wow! I did not foresee such a horrendous disaster. Too bad. Are you well? Everything in its right place? Most of the others were killed. It wasn't quick. I heard their cries in the fog, but I couldn't do a thing.
Well, you should have taken out a large insurance policy on your ship. So, you killed your crew.
I did no such thing. I handpicked each man and woman on the vessel. I knew each one of them personally, their stories, their aspirations. I would never hurt a single one of them. I'm just thankful that Tari is still with us.
What happened to him? What do you think with us? What parts?
Not sure exactly, but he's bleeding like a gutted fish. We're going to need to reach shore if we want to fetch help. We'll have to come back for him. I wish there was another way.
I could give him one of my 3,000 potions, or then really strong. So, just to be sure, I'm the boss on land.
Without a ship, I no longer possess any authority, so I defer to you. There is a flooded cavern down the beach. It may lead us to shore, although it appears to be blocked. I could try kobold explosives. I keep a few in my pack, but I can't be certain of the outcome. To be honest, I don't even know if they work. Let's go!
So, where is he? One small looting spree later, and a roasted crablet.
Yes?
Oh, they don't drop crafting materials. I am quite disappointed. So where's that blockage? Where are those? Oh, what were those cookie men called? No, not red. The cookie man. Nope. Oh, I can use New York. Ooh, that should dry us up nicely.
Or not These explosives are worth the price I paid for them. Get back! Yes?
No? Maybe? Works for me. Let's have a gander.
This cavern is our only hope. The tide'll come in soon, and then we'll really be sunk.
What about Hardy? I
No
can't even
time
ask
to
you about the
jaw.
poor man. You're a heartless thing, you are. Your poor mate. Your poor fishy mate. All he wanted to do was please your booty, because this was his duty. So, is this something to read? Yes, it is. Oh no, it's something long, so I'm gonna take a pause. Survey of Gallows End. Motus Mining Company. Refers Jodok, lead excavator. While this island of Gallows End is obviously imbued with magic, there are no native minerals worth trouble of mining. When our expedition landed on the island, it was immediately obvious that it was filled with an abundance of natural resources. Upon further study, however, we found that the trees were rotten and the stones unbreakable. The mission's sorcerer found that root cause to be a cursed magic. We traced it back to its source, an Erathi altar on top of the mountain, but we were unable to open the door. The locals were of no help. Most of them had banded together and settled the southern coast. But they all seemed to be trapped in some kind of religious zeal, worshipping a god by the name of Akara. When we get back to Odessa, we will have our researchers investigate Akara further. There was, on the other hand, plenty to salvage. Not only had that Verga settled here at one point, but many of their ships have washed ashore. The salvage should at least pay for this expedition, but it's not worth another trip back to collect the rest. We found a large harbor on the west side of the island of Dwergen construction. If perhaps one of the other nearby islands proves fruitful, if one of the other islands tries to swallow my tongue, it may become fruitful. We could perhaps use these docks as a resupply point. There is a large Bergen keep in the middle of the island, but it's in too much of a There we go again. But it's in too much a state of disrepair to be useful. Good lord, my tongue today. As for the tales of that Keel, they seem to be false. We didn't run into him or any of his hanged men. There are quite a few Garot, however, but they are a little different than the ones we see back home. They seem to be held together by roots similar to larger ones we found all over this island. The wildlife of this island is quite dangerous. What looks like a large rock from a distance ends up being a deadly root golem upon closer inspection. We lost 2 men to these creatures. Additionally, the caves and Verga tunnels seem to be filled with scabs, which have already cost us 1 operation. It is my recommendation that this island be removed from consideration for any new operations. Yours truthfully, Rapros Chatok. Which sounds kind of a Klingon name, less like a... Well, what were they? I think they were Scottish. Yeah, gnomes were Scotsmen. Come on, let me swim.
This cavern is our only hope. The tide'll come in soon, and then we'll really... Let's go!
Oh, this is a scab. A beetle with a glowing back. That can't be good. Never trust an enemy with a glowing... Oh god, he's full of shadow prismia. If I mention that they are the bane of my looting time. Completely useless, a waste of equipment space. Oh, hello, lady, it's bombing time.
Chin up.
Not chin up, it's blow up.
I'm going to explode this next.
Yeah, you do that. Come on, Han, it's time to get going.
Chin up.
Oh, good lord, it's one of those. Hello, Leshy. Let's enjoy the reign of terror. Hello. Destruction. Oh, these poor, poor sailors who throw themselves on these inhospitable shores, where they will all die, like those scabs, thrown down in the prime of their youth. Okay, time for a little bit of a renegade. Otherwise it's gonna take all forever. I'm pretty sure that the Shadowcaster would have played pretty much the same as this one. Just instead of swinging the greatsword and the staff, I would be... Alright. That was the way.
Jabbering jellyfish! I'm out of explosives! And we're so close, I can hear the waves on the sand. One of us is going to need to find some way to get us through this wall. And by someone, I mean you. You see, I don't swim. Or did I fail to mention that?
You don't swim. So what do you need?
Anything that can get us through this wall. Be creative. I'd help you, but I can't swim.
Well, it's time to learn.
Let's go!
Well, good night and goodbye immersion. Just jump down and find 2 explosives lying around. Didn't have to kill any kobolds. Used one to get back here and use the last one to get out of here. And nice and you can place them. Come on, it's time to go. Follow me, oh brave.
Smell that? Fresh air. We're close. It's time to get out of here.
No, 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 no. There is more to explore. I can feel it. Something in those rocks. Just sniff it up. It's your booty! No, it's my looty, not your booty. Get your mind out of your pants. Horrible, horrible woman. Sleeping with a crew, following a poor captain around. The first mate to die at the shore. But wait, there is a achievement to flirt with her to support the fair maiden Brannigan. And I think I'm gonna do that just because I don't think I'm gonna replay Video Record more than this.
Sunlight at last.
I already played the original. And I'm like, 3 times is, I think, enough. Since then, the Outer Worlds were put in 2 times, and the second time I didn't bother with the DLCs. It was just kind of like, let's see if I can finish it as a sneak shot. By the way, the Outer Worlds, great game. Play it. But don't get caught in the Fallout trap. It looks like a Fallout game, it feels like a Fallout game, it has good balancing. Any way you wish to play it, you can play it. But it's not Fallout. If you find a mine lying on the floor, don't try to disarm and loot it. You're just blowing yourself up.
Amazing! We survived! I didn't want to say anything in the cavern, but I was betting against us. In the words of my dear departed mother, always prepare for the worst, for it'll probably happen. There looks to be a settlement on the beach. Come, let's see who's at home.
Kind of funny how she turned up so happy-go-lucky, while her mother always told her, "You're doomed."
Ready when you are.
I was born ready. Well, hello. Fisherman's Village. Great nautilus shells. I guess that's the Dverga castle they told us about, which is shambles. Hi, are you my new first mate?
Akara blesses us with another lost soul. Welcome, stranger. I am Alder Malloy, and you've arrived at Cape Solace just in time. Tell me, how have you come to find yourself upon our shore?
What? Cape Solace?
It is a village established by those of us whose fates have brought us to Gallows End. Sailors and settlers, foreigners and families, but castaways all. We have made a life here on these beaches and in this village.
Great, who's Akara?
Akara is the reason I am here. The reason all of us on this island are here. And maybe, my friend, it's why you are here as well. Akara is this island and everything upon it.
So we're on the back of a giant turtle. And I'm here for that cow.
Ah, so you're here for the oppressor, he who was cast down. You're not the first to arrive on these shores in search of him. You will not be the last. But Akara's magic protects us here in Cape Solace. We are safe from Dead Kel's deathless touch. The same cannot be said for those who venture past the boundaries of the village, near the keep and the surrounding forest.
You know Kel?
Dead Kel was the favourite son of Akara. He was given great gifts from our protector, only to squander them in the pursuit of power. We are blessed not to fear him. So many others live at his mercy, but not those of us here on the safety of the beaches. Akara protects the faithful.
What's in the keep?
Why, it is the great fortress that looms in the north. Grave Hall, as it was named by the Dverga craftsmen who raised its mighty walls. But the Dverga have long since abandoned the island, leaving their great keep empty. Some in the village, like Paddy, are intrigued by the keep's dark courts and corridors. But I would avoid it. Grave Hall is haunted.
So I need a place to stay. Can I get the keep? And why are we safe here and inside the keep, inside those great, big, strong walls?
The villain Dead Kel rules much of this island, and he strives tirelessly to control every last inch. Akara will not let this happen. We are protected in this spot alone, just south of the river and along the coast. The Fallen One has no power here, and it enrages him.
Just stay out of my way.
Very well, I will leave you be. Everyone must walk their own path. You are welcome to stay with us here in Cape Solace, but I suggest that you find a way to pitch in and help. Survival is easier when we all work together.
Or I could turn your hides into that cow and gain
Well,
all the
what do you
power.
think? I don't know about you, but all of this talk about Akara is unsettling. I'm going to ask around about ways to get off the island, since I'm almost certain we're not going to want to stay.
Well, it's really useful of you. Yeah, they are a little bit cuckoo.
We'll have to secure another vessel, but from the looks of the village, they don't often venture past the reef. In the meantime, I'll ask you to scour the beaches for survivors of our wreck. I fear that we may be all that's left of the calamity. Such a possibility has left me agitated. I try not to worry. Anxiety doesn't agree with me. I throw up.
There may be more survivors?
I did not see my bosun Thora among the dead, or his wife Asa. There's a chance they have evaded death's grip and still count among the living. Mark my words, if even one of them survives, I will fight to the earth's edge to find them.
Well, kind of funny. Really useless, but you got hot, kid. And I don't care for that, but I'll bring them back. Just to advance the story and to find out if they have something on them they can give me a reward.
That's the spirit! I knew taking you on board was the right idea. That fortune teller didn't know what she was talking about. I will stay here and speak to Alder about a boat. and I'll have them send men to fetch Tari from the sandbar. I'll have dead Kel's head if it's the last thing I do.
Something
Bring them
tells me
back.
it will be. So let's collect a few quests and then that's that for the first episode. And we get back to the hunting and heavy cutting that is my life in Amalur. Still a large game and a large DLC. We just barely made it to the shore. There's so much to explore, so much to slaughter, so much to, well, get out because the time's running out. Boom, boom, boom.
Back off.
You're friendly. There is...
Find my friends.
Oh. For later on. Alright, you got me. Mike. Well, she's not my captain, but she said I should help. Well, looky here. There's a gnome.
Look what the reef brought ashore this time. I am Padrig Dower. My friends call me Paddy, but I have few of those here in the village. I assume dear Alder's given you the welcome speech? Poor, foolish man. It's getting crowded down here, you know. Pity we can't move, some of us at least, up to the keep on the hill.
Here we go. Why can't we? And you may sell her first, but I keep her.
Thing of beauty, isn't it? Nothing like the great city of Odessa, of course, but just as breathtaking. Please excuse my enthusiasm. I was an architect back in the world. If you want a nicer place to live, and you aren't afraid of spirits, I can help you get that keep. Interested?
Go on. And you don't sound like the other gnomes. I don't want to be racist, but where's the accent?
Fantastic! Let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll be off.
Oh, not yet.
I'll be ready whenever you are.
That will be the first thing we do
Goodbye.
next time. So there are no more quests to be started here. Well, and it's... Wait, why are you glowing? The Shrine of G. Status. Effect. Damage resistance, mana regeneration. Muhahahahahaha. Like I take damage. What are you taking for? A noob on the beach? A beach on the noob? Or someone who's soon getting his own, her own keep? Well, once again, even in those troubled times, we all know what times those are. Yeah, it's a real sickness, no matter what they want to tell you. So, I hope you stay safe, and bye-bye.